I think all these projects came back, and we just had another one out of Newfoundland that we did called Hold Fast, which is Justin Sim's second feature film, and we refused that as well last year and supported it this year. And all of these projects came back a hell of a lot stronger. And what I mean by stronger is, I mean, the whole gambit from partnerships, in some cases distributors, and the scripts, in some cases financing, broadcasters would be attached. So they were just, you know, it's difficult to say no because of a number of reasons, but ultimately they come back. And there's discussions that happen, of course, and hopefully they're congenial. And they all came back stronger, and I think that's a really important thing to remember. Is, you know, you get rejected. The system, how did you so wonderfully put it? The system wants to crush your project or something. But, you know, sure, okay, that's true. But
not you personally.
But then we come around. I think I'm the system. I don't know. Walter, anything to add on that front?
Yeah, just after the no, everyone, and particularly the director and writer who had worked on it for so long with me, they just want to give up, of course, because you have you're just set, you have the plan, and then you get a rejection, and then all the cards fall. And that was the time to give my speech, which I did, which is about that you need talent in the industry, but you need tenacity, if not more. And there is, you know, bureaucrats and creative, the people that have to make the decisions have a pile of things to choose from, and things fall off the table, and it's the one that stays on the table the longest. Sometimes is the one that gets made, and that means being both talented and tenacious. So that's what we did, and we rallied the troops and went back at it again.
And the other thing that I would add is, let's be realistic as well. I mean, a lot of times there's such a game that's played, and you know, I just like to cut to the chase, and you know, so let's be realistic in terms of what you want to try to achieve, when do you want to achieve it, the kind of money that needs to happen, and you know, let's sort of talk turkey, right? So. And maybe it's not best to come in April for a winter shoot. You know, maybe you should take the time to package it and make it stronger and come in later in the year or something. But just those kind of you know, candid conversations help.
I just think to add one thing too, because I'm getting approached a lot lately with scripts from unsolicited scripts from writers who want to break in or want me to get attached to their script. And I'm not taking on anything at present, but just at the concept level, at the pitch level, when someone tells me what it's about, there are so many writers out there writing Hollywood films. And if you want to make a film in Hollywood, you should go down there and move there and start the slog of getting an agent, because your film is not going to get made up here, like in this current climate. I mean, you know, maybe David Cronenberg can command a $13 million, $20 million budget, but it's not going to happen for the large majority of us. Right to budget, right to the reality of the Canadian film industry. Write a micro budget. That's the way, if you're a writer, you want to get on the map. Make your own film. Make people come to you. Make people celebrate you rather than you try and, you know, bird dog them down and drive them crazy. So, you know, and great films can happen at a low budget. You know, I exec produced Roaming. Michael Ray Fox was on the panel earlier today, and it was a fine first feature, and it was made for 150 something, and you know, those things are within our reach here, and we're all of us have made good low budget films. It's within your reach too.
I think there's such a good audience here. I mean, what is there? Do you want to let's open it up, or are there any specific things that people want to hear about, given who you've got in front of you now? their experience, all projects, they went through the system, so to speak, development, very traditional.
You should probably just contextualize it because we made films, and it's not going to be as easy for people to make the films that we're talking about right now because of the telephone changes, right?
Well, no, I think the films that you made are actually going to be very doable. I think we're talking about two different things. Development is very different. The development process, what Walter's referring to is the new development guidelines at Telefilm, which really raises the bar in terms of entry. These projects were done in whatever 2 or 3 or 4, whenever that relationship started, where you could come to our office and say, you could pitch me, say, or Jamie Gates, we could have a conversation and we could actually say, okay, why don't you apply and we'll take a chance and we'll give you whatever dollars that is to develop a concept or a first draft script. And then we may say, when you deliver, we may say at that point, okay, let's go further, but now get a partner. Go and find someone that can help you, round out the team and progress and advance this project. And those days are gone. As I was saying to somebody at lunch or something, that now you have to you have to come in with the partner now. So basically, you have to establish those relationships from the get-go to bring in a project to Telefilm Canada. That doesn't preclude, of course, you developing your own micro-budgets, as Michael referred to. Production is not anticipated to change as dramatically next year. So there still will be first features, there'll still be investment in regional productions, and I don't foresee that changing as dramatically as we went through with development. So I'm hoping that the portfolio will still have films like these 3 films.